Okay, I just got a notification from OBS saying that reconnection was successful. Hopefully that comes back. I can always clip this part out anyway if I do have stream health and I do still see that restream is online. Okay. Should be good.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back out to the. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it should be good.
And we're back in there. Let's go.
Okay. I think the VPN might have been causing that.
No, it's just my rambling. Just
Okay.
my rambling. Anyway, give these kids their money. I'm gonna agree with it. NIL. Give these kids a chance to make the money, and not have the schools take it all.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that they obviously create a lot of value for the schools and for other groups. So it would be wrong for them not to receive part of that.
Yeah.
Since without them, there is no football, you know?
Well, they said it's kind of a catch-22. Is the reality of it is like you might have your athletes that are swimmers, cross-country runners. You know, are those guys any less important than your football players? Do they work any less hard than your basketball players? You know,
because do they create the same value?
Yeah, you gotta look at that as well. So no, I mean, yes, you work just as hard, but therein lies the deal. So how do you break that up evenly, or do you like the NIL? I guess it's in your own hands or your ability to market yourself.
Well, I guess, I mean, it's no secret that certain sports are just more valuable, you know.
So it's like the difference between watching guys play basketball and going watch WNBA. You know, granted there are some girls dunking right now, but you know, as a fan, I'm not trying to see some girl get her ankles broken, you know, cross everybody up, sprint to the basket, and then do a finger roll. No, I want to see her jump 42 inches in the air and posterize another chick. Like, let's go. You know, at least that's my opinion. Now, you may have your basketball purist out there, but you know, I'm not a purist. I like to see people get dunked on. I like to see, you know, the hardest blocks. Well,
the NBA and the NFL don't exist because there's just like an invaluable desire to see the game played. It's because there's value in playing the game. Like if the NFL didn't make money, you wouldn't see those multi-million-dollar contracts. You wouldn't see those huge stadiums. But people forget that. And that it's not just there because these people have some sort of government right to play the sport because they're good at it or whatever. So
it sells and makes money.
Right, and so I think people just overlook that when they look at certain like female leagues, as they'll make it like a justice issue. It's like, why aren't women paid the same as men?
Yeah, because y'all got 300 people at the stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because there's no money to pay you with, comparatively.
Now, what I will say, there's a difference that needs to be made is the USC fighter pay, which I haven't seen it. line to line compare what the females are making to the males, but just in the fighting game in general, I think the women put on, I guess, comparing apples to apples. You throw 10 women fighters out there, and it's 10 men fighters, 10 men fights. Like the women fights are going to be more, I guess, from entertaining from my aspect as far as a fight. Like them girls coming out to fight, whereas you might see some guys, out there playing it safe, whatever. No, these girls be beating the brakes off of each other, and I love it as a fan.
Yeah, there's certain sports that people want to see more of. Like, I guess MMA is one of them where it's just different. It's like, it's, for whatever reason, women fighters, professional women fighters, like the top tier, like Joanna and others.
Oh, Valentina
Rose,
Shevchenko,
yeah,
without a doubt. That
her,
that girl is a freaking killer. Like, I
and
don't care. You put her up against a man that's 125 pounds, I'm putting my money on her. And Risa Hudo, where you at? Make it happen.
but you compare that to like the top, I don't know, women soccer players. Like, it's like soccer is the most popular sport in the world, but as far as spectatorship and watching like women's soccer, that's just not the case because the quality of the product is just not what people want to see. Even probably women that, are soccer fans would probably prefer to see men's soccer because it's a higher level of competition. And so when you kind of take that into account and look at I guess fighting, people want to see that, and there's just more people that want to see that versus people that want to see women's soccer or hockey or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's like going back to what I said. Like I like seeing, in basketball, the guys get their ankles broken with a nice crossover or whatever, and then finishing them with a dunk. But with women, that's 99.999% of the time that's not gonna happen. Yeah, you got your 2 or 3 outliers that are gonna go up there and, maybe like a Brittany Griner or something, give somebody the two-handed Shaq dunk. But at the end of the day, that's what I want to see. I want to see that violence of action as a spectator, as an athlete. You want to see that aggression because at the end of the day, I think that's why we were talking about it in class. That's why sports were invented as a game to practice for battle.
Oh yeah.
Let's go in a whole different can of worms there.
I was still getting over that interception.
Oh yes, no, I seen that. I seen that. They said, hey, you gotta hold them off, bro. This was supposed to be a tune-up game, man.
Oh no.
All right, so hey, we don't have to. Oh, I see you switched it to the 3-2-6.
Yeah, gotta get more DVs, I guess.
So in cover 2. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I think you get the ball back, and we milk the clock with the run. Start holding it down till the play clock goes down to 1. Boom. Hey, good stop, sir. Let's go.
You'd be surprised how many games I've eked out like that, just up by a couple, and just run it all the way down. Take 10 minutes off the clock.
It doesn't matter as long as you get the victory. Oh, he can't catch that and run it back.
No.
Dude. Let's go. Let's get you a 109-yard return for 2 points.
It's actually really hard to return punts. It's like almost every time they're gonna get there, and then your 2 blockers are gonna get beat. So
I'll tell you what, if this was Tecmo Super Bowl game mechanics, you would have no issue. You just got to run zigzags up and down the screen. As long as you got 69 to 75 speed, you good to go. Say I'll run that little pitch sweep on Tecmo Bowl with Bo Jackson all day. Yum yum, gimme some.
Yeah, there's a pretty good play with QB Eagles, like a left run, like weak side run.
You mean Randall Cunningham?
Yeah,
QB Eagles, yes, I love it. I wonder
yeah.
why Randall didn't want to be in the game.
I
Oh
don't
man,
know.
that was a bad dude back in the day when he was in the Eagles. I can say that because I actually watched him play at that time, man. But he was Michael Vick on the Eagles before Michael Vick was on the Eagles. Let's say it was Michael Vick. He had two NFL careers pretty much, man. I don't know if you're old enough to see Michael Vick play for the Falcons.
No, I watched him with the Eagles to like 2007.
Yeah, but man, no, with the Falcons, man, he was something else. It was like you take one of these athlete high school recruits on here and throw him at quarterback. That's what he was. There was a year in the NFL where it was, man, I forgot what year. I think it might have been like 99 or 2000 or 2001 or something, but it was Michael Vick, TJ Duckett. Um, these guys were they were running like the triple option in the NFL. So you had 1,000-yard rushing quarterback, I think two 1,000-yard rushing running backs.
Yeah, I remember that was pretty much what they were doing. It's
Mm.
it's a little tougher to do it in the NFL, I think, because I guess they don't want to risk their QBs as much. But when that's what they're good at, I guess you got to milk it,
Oh
for
yeah. Well, at that time, nobody had seen anything like that before, not in the NFL, because that's a college gimmick. The one reason why it doesn't work in the NFL, well, back then was everybody is so much faster at the next level. It's like, okay, hey, you got a top tier, you're the top tier athlete in your high school. You might be an average guy in college. You know, you got linebackers that can run as fast as you, and it just progresses that way even into the NFL. You know, um, but now NFL, it's almost like it's positionless football.
yeah.
You know,
There's some guys that can seems like they can play pretty much any position.
mm-hmm. No, well, take for instance, not sure if you're familiar with Debo Samuel, but I don't know if he's a wide receiver. I don't know if he's a running back. He's thrown touchdowns this year. He's just out there playing football. Taysom Hill, same way. Cordell Patterson, I think it's a shame he got snubbed from the Pro Bowl this year because this guy's been in the league like 10, 12 years. Finally had a breakout season. He's been a wide receiver his whole career. And it was like, hey, how about we line you up at running back? Boom, instantly. 1,000 all purpose yards this year and like 12 touchdowns or something. Crazy.
Playing like
But
playing like it's high school when you have 20 players and you got to go both
yeah.
ways.
No, but I'll tell you what, Gridiron, the craziest mental mind fuck with the whole situation is you see guys in the backfield wearing number 84. Like as a
Oh,
football player, that's not something you're used to seeing, or back when the Patriots were coming up with all this trickery, sending like Mark Vrabel out as tight end wearing number 57 or whatever, or you got Troy Brown number 84 wide receiver that's playing free safety. Like that I don't care what you say, that would mess me up, you know.
talk about seeing like wide receivers in the backfield.
Yeah, like a number 88 in the backfield,
Oh,
or
okay.
playing like free safety or something, or you have a guy that's number 55 and they're handing him off the ball. Because I see number 55, I automatically get a picture in my head of some 250-pound linebacker or
Yeah.
like a huge defensive end or something. I'm like, oh, up, what are we doing here? What's going on? You know what I mean?
I don't know
Like
if
back in the day when they were lining up, what's his name, Refrigerator Perry at tight end and fullback.
I don't know if you remember Kevin Sumlin.
Yeah.
He was at Houston, had a pretty good couple seasons there, and then he was a coach at A&M for like 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But towards the end, they started doing a lot of like 5 wide receiver type stuff. But instead of
Mm-hmm.
having like 5 guys close to the line of scrimmage, they would have like a split backfield. And so instead
Mm-hmm.
of like 2 running backs or a halfback and a fullback, they would just put 2 wide receivers there.
Yep.
And so they would I guess linebackers typically cover running backs.
Mm-hmm.
And so they know that the linebackers are going to be slower. So they, instead of having a typical running back in that position, you would have a wide receiver that has better catching ability.
Yeah, it's a little bit faster, probably better route runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all those little intangibles. I think route running is one of the most underrated intangibles, man. To be able to stop, make a cut, accelerate on a dime, and do that with precision. I mean, as you can see it, man, those windows get smaller and smaller. So yeah, I could definitely see the advantage of having that. When was that started, man? Was that like the Johnny Football era?
That was, I know, I think that was right around, or it was after he left.
Oh yeah,
So,
Johnny Football with some magic over there, bro.
yeah, that's about the year that, like, the first A&M game that I watched, like, in my life was, I think it was like the Independence Bowl, I think. And I
Mm.
think it was against,
Oh, did we score a touchdown? I didn't even notice.
yeah, we ran it in.
Oh man, I didn't even see that, man. Bro, hell yeah, we're up. All we gotta do is, hey, smooth sailing from here. Way to go, Barnes and company.
Yeah, oh, that was a terrible kick. I'm going to return this one. Or try to.
Oh no, this has in field goal formation. Yeah, hey, go ahead and get that block. Who's gonna bust through? Is it Alvarez? Ratliff? Mm. Go, 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 go. Let's see if we can run it back. Boom, nice. He gets it back to the 30.
Yeah, 2012 I was at Louisiana College. We're just starting there. And I was saying that the first game I'd watched, A&M game I watched was, I think it was like the 2000 Independence Bowl or something. It was I think there was snow, and it was against Mississippi State.
Mm.
And I remember sitting in front of the TV, and my uncle, he was like, or I asked him, like, what team is this? He's like, oh, these are the Aggies. Like, what's that? It's like, well, they got a bunch of sports teams. Like, I remember that didn't make any sense to me. It's like, what do you mean they have a bunch of sports teams? Like, yeah, they got basketball and football and tennis. Because I was just thinking of like professional teams.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about the college stuff.
Not at Louisiana College. I think they got like a top ranked Division III girls basketball team. All right. Actually, no, there was while we were, because I actually used to live right down the road from Louisiana College. That was the gym I worked out at for a few years. But they had some players get drafted to the NFL from there.
Oh, at LC?
Yeah, LC.
No.
Not even lying. Matter of fact, see if I can minimize screen over here and see if I can let me do some research. Let me do some research. But yeah, I want to say while I was out in Louisiana, there's a couple guys that got drafted. Yes. We've had a couple. Anthony Clement.
Does he play now?
No, he doesn't play now. I was in '98, and we got a guy that plays now. Raymond Calais plays for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Number 245th pick of the 2020 draft. Oh yeah, bro. Oh, hold up. Sorry, no, that's not Louisiana College. Oh wait, yes, that is Louisiana College. Wait, hold on. Players from Louisiana College. Here we go.
Is it or is it not from Louisiana College?
No, actually, I lied. There was only one.
Okay, that sounds more
one
like
that
it.
actually, one that actually made the roster and stayed. Dennis Duncan, running back. Check the year, 1965 NFL Draft, 20th round,
65?
268 pick to the San Francisco. 20 rounds of the draft. Good night.
I guess maybe they had less picks in the rounds.
Yeah, how many teams were there? Christ. There
Or,
was only like 14 teams at the time.
yeah, my roommate was actually he was a football player. Like he'd played in high school, and he was like
hmm
he was supposed to be on the team, but he was like on some kind of borderline thing. I don't because the football players had their own dorms, and he
He
didn't
was like
stay
on the
there.
practice squad.
I, I guess because he would go practice
Yeah,
or you would do something with them. He like work out with them. So
yeah,
it didn't.
practice squad.
I guess so.
Hey,
So
go ahead and add insult to injury. Give him one more touchdown. Run up that score.
no, I had already.
No, call timeout. Call timeout.
I already ended it.
I was saying, call timeout. Run up the score. Hey, Cam, you takes the victory over the Commodores. There
Yeah,
we go. Who's that? The quarterback, Wood.
yeah.
Let's go. Who's our player of the game? Let's say one of your running backs.
It usually is.
That was that. You got a Raymond guy on there or something? Raymond Rosario.
Yeah, that's the running back.
Yeah, yeah. I think that'll
Uh,
probably be your player of the game.
player of the game is actually defense.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we got a little bit of a delay on our end because I can't see any of that.
He should be jumping up now.
Yeah. Yep, there we go. Josh John. What he got? 4 tackles, tackle for loss, assisted tackle, sack, forced fumble.
Yeah.
Way to go.
So
Now these guys hitting the after party.
typically my QBs get like 14 pass attempts.
Hey, it's like Ben Roethlisberger and Trent Dilfer won Super Bowls on 14 pass attempts. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
And like sometimes I'll try to work on my passing and I know I've had like I think I played a game with like 37 pass attempts and like only 15 catches or less than that because every other pass was a drop.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, whatever it takes to get the W, Gridiron. Whatever it takes to get the W, my guy.
So there's no mechanic like this in this game, but if the prospects could see like what kind of stats the players get, like top QBs probably wouldn't come to my program because they're gonna be passing for maybe 1,000 yards a season.
Hey, look at that. Hey, look at that rating though. That rating is top notch. 171, 7 for 9, 85 yards. Yards per attempt is up there, bro. So if you look at that efficiency,
And
hey,
77%.
that's it. 6'4", 194. Feed Roddy Wood a sandwich right now.
So yeah, typically I run like 200 or 300 yards, but that was with better running backs. So I don't.
Hey,
Running backs are going to be weaker this year. Receivers are about the same. Quarterback play is actually slightly better rating wise, but do have a better tight end. Fullback is
Okay,
weaker. So,
Rosario was beasting.
yeah.
Jackson beasting. Let's go. I say, man, we just gotta dial in some recruiting. I think he'd be all right for the next season.
So I typically set my recruiting board, like I fill it up, and then I have the recruiting assistant turned on
Mhm.
because I don't know what they do or how it works. Because like I had a bye week, and like the very first week that went by, I already got 2 commitments.
Yeah,
So
because they know they want to go kick some ass that following school year, so they are like, I ain't got to see the campus. I ain't got nothing. Hey, let's go.
yeah, so let's see. I got a couple 3 and 4 stars recruiting at the wide receiver position. I don't know if you can see that yet.
Yeah, not yet. There we go.
Okay. See, it was a 4 star, Nelson, but we're in 4th place on his list. So, and he's already soft for Texas.
Let's see if we can sweeten the deal up for him a little bit. Throw him a new car or something.
Oh, there's this. I forgot his name, but there's an A&M recruit in like the '80s, and there was something about a golden Trans Am that he got. So they had his story was that they were driving by and they saw this golden Trans Am and he wanted it. And so apparently what they did was his mother bought the car and she was reimbursed by, I guess, a booster or somebody, an alumni. That's how he started driving a golden Trans Am.
Eric Dickerson, a Pro Football Hall of Famer and recent inductee into College Football Hall of Fame, has revealed the details of one of the more notable recruitments in college football history. The former SMU running back, written in his memoir, uh, some details about his college career that spanned with the Mustangs from '79 to '82. Texas A&M boosters indirectly paid for a gold Pontiac Trans Am for Dickerson, who started driving it during his senior year of high school in 1979, shortly before verbally committing to the Aggies. So I wonder if he keep the car.
Didn't and
Dickerson received the car, and I guess he ended up playing it. Oh, oh, okay. So he ended up paying for the car later.
yeah,
Oh God, excuse me. Oh God, I'm so scared to sneeze now. I think it might be COVID. Shit.
everybody's scared of that.
Yeah. It's like you can't even cough nowadays without somebody looking at you like you're a villain from a superhero comic.
Yeah, it's the only thing that exists now.
You get hit by a car? Sorry to say, you got COVID. Like, but I got hit by a Mack truck at 75 miles an hour. You didn't know that's one of the symptoms.
Yeah,
You know?
body crushed.
Yep. He's got 3 bullet holes in his forehead. Must be COVID. No, let me quit, man. I actually did have COVID a few weeks ago, and I was sick for like probably a day and a half. Really, really bad. Like felt like a bomb went off in my brain. But it comes directly after sticking a 3 foot Q-tip up my nose.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know
well,
the health ramifications of sticking something that big up your nose, but I'm sure it's not good.
yeah,
It probably had something to do with my headache.
they will
But
they will twirl that thing in there. Just at least the ones that I got.
yeah, it's like You know what I'm saying? I got to do what the CDC says. So,
Yeah. So should we play another one or should we call it there?
I'm gonna call it. I don't know what you got planned, but I gotta get up and get ready for school in the morning. But we can hop back on again next week.
All
I'm
right.
down to hop on again next week. If you're gonna keep going, more power to you, man. But
All right. No, I think it's a good spot to call it. I usually play one. Some days when I got a lot of time, I'll do like a 3 or 4 game thing and
oh yeah, yeah, I'm up for the marathon as soon as I get my life together. And we need a real life sports commentator on here.
yeah.
Look no further than the LegLock Merc.
All right, guys. All right, so we're gonna call it there. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will be seeing you guys in the next one.
All right, farewell and have a good one.